expecting this building to be like?
Yeah, it's probably going to be awesome. Great atmosphere. I think the atmosphere in Toronto is great too, and those are fun games to play, and hopefully we can come out on the better side tonight.
Are you expecting there to be less blue in the stands? I know usually Leafs fans travel well.
Yeah, I would hope so, yeah.
Is the mood any different or mentally for this group from compared to the start of the season to now, being down 2-0? Do you guys act the same? Does it feel the same?
Yeah, it feels the same. I know we're prepared for a long series, and we know they're a really good team over there, and we didn't get the result we wanted, but you can't change it now, so all we can do is play better and, work harder.
How are you feeling about your line right now?
Yeah, I think we've been playing pretty good. Creating chances, haven't really given up a lot, and we just got to keep doing that, and then the goals will come.
What is the one thing you have to get better at for a game like this, or for you, is just like status quo, we keep going?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's always small details you got to change. The other team adjusts as well, and we just got to find a way to change those details quick and feel like we can create more from that. And it's going to be another fun game tonight.
How much does the last change kind of change the dynamic of the series? You'll have probably a different matchup tonight.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, home team is always an advantage. We knew coming there that they have a lot of star power over there, and we just try to find a way to limit their chances. And obviously, we've given them that much power play time that didn't really help us. But I think 5-on-5, we've done a pretty good job so far, and I hope the matchups will help tonight.
What's made Pinto so good in the matchup game from what you've seen?
Yeah, he just works really hard on his game. He's a great 200-foot player, and he's still really young, so he's just going to get better. And he just knows his role really well and finds ways to still create offense as well.
You seem pretty calm and everything. Like, what's the key for you dealing with pressure? Because I know you put pressure on yourself to produce.
Yeah, I'm calm. I mean, I'm really confident in this group. I know what we can do, and I know how we played the games before, and how we can find a way to win those games.
It seems like your line spent a lot of time in the O-zone in this series. Are you happy with the chances you're getting, or do you think they can be a little better when you're in there?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can still create more chances. I feel like we're getting looks. We haven't really scored yet, but it will come, and we just got to keep finding ways to get more high-danger chances.
I know Drake was saying he regrets what happened in overtime. Knowing him as you do, like, what sort of response do you expect from him tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he makes that play 9 out of 10 times, and just his confidence with the puck, that's what you want out of a player like him. And it happens. Everybody makes mistakes, and we moved on right after the game. I talked to him right after the game. It's one game, and he's going to have a big game tonight.
You got a couple looks on the second line last time. You take rushes today. Just what's kind of your mentality playing with up there with Drake?
I mean, I don't really care where I play in the lineup. It's a team sport, and we all gotta dig in. But great players everywhere in the lineup. And I'm really excited to play tonight.
And you saw some time again on multiple lines over the past couple of games, but what impact do you feel you've had over the first 2 games for you?
I mean, just my pace, finish the hits and stuff, and getting to the greasy areas in front of the net, and
Multiple players have spoken about the difference playing playoff hockey versus regular season hockey. Just what stood out to you?
I mean, everything ramped up a little bit, Most of the guys finished their hits. I would feel like it's the most different, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just hockey, and we're gonna play our game tonight.
And returning home as well, just what's the excitement like in front of the crowd here?
Oh, it's gonna be great. The building is gonna be rocking tonight, so I'm really excited.
You seem to be noticeable every shift, and I'm just curious of what you feel like you've been doing on the ice to be able to create something all the time.
I mean, I wanna make an impact. I want to create something every shift. If it's like a sprint, it could be a hit, could be whatever. And that's something I worked on, and I want to continue to do that.
Do you sense this room is any different, being down 2-0, than starting the series mentally, as in the way it goes about its business?
No, I mean, it's just. Tonight it's a game again, and we focus for this one tonight, and
Now that you guys are back in Ottawa, how are you feeling about this game and this series?
Like I said, after game 2, feel great. Plenty of teams have come back being down 0-2. It's a big one tonight. I mean, it's the biggest game of the season, And it was really nice to be home yesterday and get some family time, get the mind off hockey a little bit, and rejuiced, ready to go, and ready for a big one tonight.
Yesterday when we were talking with Travis, he just said he feels like players like yourself who have gotten their first playoff experience are getting to feel more comfortable. How have you settled in after 2 games, and how do you think that'll be different tonight?
I mean, every game it's been a new experience, been a new lesson, and now we're ready for it. Now we're ready for a challenge or response game tonight, and I know it's been a dream of mine ever since I stepped foot in Ottawa to see the white rally towels going in the Canadian Tire Center. So out there, it was pretty awesome to see. It gets you that much more excited for the game, and I think confidence, comfort just comes as the series comes on, and it's all about trust and belief, and that's what we have right now.
You've talked a lot with your brother in the past about what playing in the playoffs is like. I know it's only been 2 games, but what have you been able to apply from what you've learned from Matthew about these games?
Well, every day, every game's a new opportunity. It's a new game tonight. Everybody's going to be at their best on both sides. So it's not meant to be hard. It's meant to be, a challenge. It's not easy to win, and I never want to take an easy road in anything in life. So I'm glad that there's a hard road in front of us, and that's what's really going to set character apart. That able to handle that adversity, and be better because of it.
There's a game within the game in all sports, but in the NHL playoffs, seems like there's lots of stuff that sort of happens sort of in between whistles, in between games. How much is gamesmanship part of the calculus, part of the narrative in these types of series where the team's possibly 7 times?
Yeah, I mean, it's just of course there's stuff that happens in a series, and I think it tests discipline, tests your will to win, and like you said, in a best of 7, that's play each other a lot. That there's going to be some battles, going to be some intense moments, but I think that's what makes especially the NHL playoffs so special, is that you get those battles, and there's a respect factor there. But at the end of the day, it's 2 teams that will do whatever it takes to win.
What do you expect it to be like in here tonight?
Yeah, I expect it to be as loud of a rink as I've ever heard, and I know it's been a long time coming for Sens fans, and and like I said after the game, this is a time, this is a moment where we're really going to need them, need that energy, need that passion and drive, and we're going to be looking to thrive off that.
What's it been like for you to balance that tightrope of playing with edge and playing with physicality, but not going overboard to the point where you're in penalty trouble?
Well, I think it showed game 1, the penalty trouble that we put ourselves in, and lost the game because of it. But at the end of the day, I think like every team has a mindset of doing whatever it takes to win, and maybe pushing that line a little bit. But for us, for myself, it's just being ourselves, being myself, and doing whatever it takes to win.
Brady, with the Pinto, or with the last change now being at home, and you guys have seen Pinto's line just be so effective at shutting down the top line for the other team, how do you think that could open things up for you guys?
Like you said, they've done a great job all year. I'm not really sure what the matchups are going to be, but for us, don't change too much about ourselves and what's kind of gotten us to this point. Just going out there and do what we do, and it'll be nice to have the home crowd rally behind us and provide that energy.
And given that you guys are down 2-0 in this series, if you guys face adversity tonight, how important is it to stay in the moment and not look too far ahead and get catastrophic?
Well, I mean, as Coach Front always says, you're never out of it. So it doesn't matter if you go down 1, down 2, whatever the game has entailed for us. That we've showed all year. We've showed that just play our game, we can come back and never out of a game, never out of a game, never out of a series, and that's the confidence and belief that we have that we'll be ready to go tonight and ready to go from the first shift.
Drake mentioned to us yesterday that he put a lot of that Game 2 loss on himself. After that game, what do you remember about how he processed everything, and how did the guys get around him?
To be honest with you, it's never one person's fault. Like, mistakes happen, but was saying that, like, Drake's been unbelievable for this team, unbelievable for to get us to where we're at, and I think it says a lot about his character, about putting that on himself, but it's really, at the end of the day, it's never on one person, and he's been amazing for us, and I know he's going to be unreal tonight, and he's going to be the reason why that we got here, and that now we're going to play well tonight.
Brady, the Leafs had over 30 blocks last game. Does that put a greater emphasis on you guys to have more high danger opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, it's if they're blocking shots, it means we have the puck a lot. So we just got to keep playing the way we need to play offensively, and they're putting an extra emphasis on blocking shots, doing whatever it takes to win, and just about find those lanes, getting guys open around the net, and creating those opportunities still. I think that's important for us, and I got to give credit to them. They're sacrificing their bodies to get the job done, but there's different things different looks that we've talked and worked on, and hopefully able to provide tonight.
What have you noticed about the way Anthony Stolar is playing for game one?
Yeah, I mean, he's a big guy, really good goalie. Obviously has that cup experience, and we just got to continue to get to the cage, make life uncomfortable for him. But he's been playing great, like I said, he's a big reason why. Not just the regular season, the series is where it's at, and for us, it's just got to make life as tough on him as possible.
Brady, despite being down 2-0, Ridley Gregg said yesterday this is the most fun he's ever had playing hockey. How has this experience been for you so far?
Yeah, it's been pretty great. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's first in many playoff experience. That's what's gonna happen, and what I like most about it is the lessons that I've learned and the adversity and the hard road. I think if we embrace this challenge, embrace every single moment, then we're really going to enjoy the series.
Home, keeping emotions in check, will that be a big challenge tonight?
Yeah, I think definitely in the first period it's going to be important. First home game, like you said, for playoffs is going to be exciting, but we got to keep our emotions in check. I didn't think we did a good job in the first game, in Toronto, so we got to do that in the first game in Ottawa.
How have you visualized this moment, playing at home in the playoffs, growing up, or maybe even over the last 24 hours?
Yeah, it's just you try not to think about it too much. I think you kind of get overexcited sometimes. I think you don't want to waste your energy too much on it, but obviously super exciting. I think a lot of the fans have been waiting a long time for this. It's been 8 years for them, and I'm sure they're going to be rocking tonight. And I mean, for myself, I'm obviously very excited.
In the regular season, you were often paired against the Matthews
Yeah.
line. What do you think about that matchup if that happens tonight? How do you prepare for that?
Yeah, just kind of go through my routine, do the same thing I've been doing the whole year, I think. Trust in Mikey and trust in Rids, with our game, and hopefully it takes care of itself. Obviously an exciting opportunity to try to eliminate their scoring prowess and just try to shut them down.
Travis Green knocked on wood yesterday when somebody said, how have you been so good at making Matthews quiet? And he said, well, hopefully we keep it that way.
Yeah.
Why do you guys think you've been effective so far?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think, obviously those guys are world-class players, so it's kind of hard to keep them down, but just trying to stay on top of them, chipping them all along the ice, and just kind of playing in the ozone. I think if they got to play defense, I think that kind of wastes their energy, so we just got to have some good ozone shifts, try to let them play D-zone, and hopefully that works tonight.
At home this year, so cool seeing the white towels on the seats, and we're excited.
Traditionally, Leafs fans travel pretty well. What are you expecting from that side of things tonight?
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Jake,
Go ahead.
the Leafs had over 30 blocked shots last game. Is that frustrating for you guys? Do you want to maybe focus more on high danger opportunities given the way they're playing?
Yeah, I think so. We talked about it this morning. I think, as a decor, we can just do a better job getting our head up and, shooting around them.
How have you felt first couple of games of playoff experience for you? Where are you at with your game?
Yeah, not bad. Cool atmosphere, fast game, intense. That's how you like to play it. So, I think I got more to give.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from playing these first two playoff games?
Just the little details. Full 60-minute effort. Yeah, pretty plain and simple.
You said you got more to give. Like, where do you think you can be better?
Everywhere. Yeah.
What has made Shane Pinto a good matchup kind of center for you guys down the stretch here?
Yeah, he's been a big matchup guy for us all year. So, obviously nice to get at home here next two games and have the last change, which would be huge.
You guys have kept Austin from scoring so far. Like, how do you feel about that matchup? What are you guys maybe doing well to limit him so far?
Yeah, I think just a full 5-man effort and, keep going.
What makes Anthony Stolar so difficult to play against?
Bigger goalie, moves decently well for a big guy, but we got to keep getting to him.
What's the key of keeping Toronto out of high danger areas for them to get chances?
Kind of just like I mentioned before, full 5-man effort and, communicating.
What are you seeing on the PK right now? Obviously, Toronto's been quite effective in the first 2 games.
Yeah, they're keeping it simple. They're funneling pucks to the net quick and, kind of caught us off guard. So, we'll be better in that area.
What makes a 5-forward?
Go ahead.
Just the 5-forward alignment's kind of a bit unique for them. Like, what makes that in particular with Marner at the top there tough to defend?
Yeah, all smart players. High IQ guys. So we got to be ready.
Ridley Gregg mentioned yesterday he's never had so much fun, even though you guys have lost the last 2 games. How would you sum up this experience for yourself so far?
Yeah, it's. I don't want to use the word fun. We're not winning right now, but it's cool. It's a cool experience for sure. So, like I mentioned before, we played good at home this year, so we're excited to be back.
If you face some adversity tonight, what's going to be the key to keeping yourself in the moment and not looking, too far ahead or getting catastrophic?
Yeah, I think as a team we're planning on, making it a long series. So just staying positive and, we've got great veterans on our team to, keep the team cool and, collected.
What have been the messages from some of the vets in the locker room during this time?
I think just live in the moment. We're so lucky to be here and do what we do, but at the same time, you want to make the most of it.
Great, good. Take the blame for what happened in overtime in Game 2. Knowing him as you do, what sort of response are you expecting from him?
Yeah, a big one for sure.
Have you noticed a different buzz in the city? I know you're in kind of your bubble. What are you noticing around the town right now?
Yeah, excitement for sure. I think just going about my day, going to the grocery store. I think people are pretty fired up. What we've done this year, and I think that's the standard now.
What do they say to you at the grocery store?
No, they're just excited and the success our team's had, but. We want to give more to this city. I think they've waited a long time, so we got to keep putting our foot down.
See, obvious question, but what's your message to your team going into pretty much a must-win game here tonight?
Play better, more or less.
So what does that entail?
Enjoy it. Same things we always talk about. A couple little tweaks here and there in our game, but we haven't won a game yet, so we haven't played good enough to win.
Brett?
Travis, I'll assume Jensen and Greg are good. Looks like you may have flipped Zetterlund and Perron around. Are you looking for some speed, perhaps, on that second line?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to give you much info on our lines, or what I'm looking for.
Yeah, well, can I follow up? Do you like Zetterlund's game the way it's been in the first 2?
I've liked it since he got here. Yeah, he's a good player. Brings an element, like you said, speed. He can score. Strong on the puck.
Travis, what has made Pinto so effective in kind of that matchup role for you guys?
Yeah, it's nothing new. He's been doing it all year, and he's good at it. He's learning still, though. Another example of a player that, is still finding his way a little bit. I don't think he's even, he's scratching the surface of what he's going to be long term. He's getting better in his role, but he's also getting better as a player in the NHL.
Hey, Travis, how do you hope the players embrace this opportunity to play in front of a home crowd for the first time in the playoffs tonight?
Well, they will. They're going to be excited. You're always excited in the playoffs when you play at home. Much like Toronto, you could tell there was a lot of juice in their game to start the game, and the crowd is loud. It's, you grow up watching playoff hockey. It's fun, too. It's exciting, and that can't be forgotten. So I'm not worried about our guys embracing it. I think one thing is we got to make sure that we keep our emotional control, things that we've talked about since the start of the series. I thought we did a much better job in Game 2 with our discipline. And, it's been well documented. They got a good power play, and we've got to make sure that we don't take a lot of penalties.
I'm just going to follow up.
Sure.
This morning, Brady said one of the things he's enjoyed most about these first 2 games are the lessons he's learned and the adversity you guys have faced. How do you channel that into some energy for tonight's game?
Yeah, I think it goes back to just, you talk about habits, you talk about what you want in your group, and it goes back to what we've done all year. Whether we play well or we don't play well, or we like our game or we don't, we kind of reset from day to day and talk about the game and the lessons you've learned, Sometimes they're minimal. Sometimes you learn a lot from game to game in the regular season, and that hasn't changed for the playoffs for our group. I do feel they're a little more comfortable in the playoff atmosphere, but that's to be expected. We've got a team on the other side that's got a lot of experience in playoff hockey, and can't hide the fact that we don't. But I like the way our guys have played.
Travis, you played on the other side in the Battle of Ontario.
Yeah.
The last year since you've been here, what have you learned about what this rivalry means to this market, a market that obviously had some tough times 2 decades ago in this rivalry?
I think it's awesome. It's great for the province. Not just the players, but maybe more so the fans. And I know it's an exciting time for the province. There's lots of people that tune into the games, and rightfully so. The players feel that as well. I think the longer a series goes on, the more you feel it. And I enjoyed it thoroughly back then, and I'm enjoying it now.